What are y'all's names? Introduce yourselves.
My name's Stephanie Lascarno.
My name's Charlie Beeman.
My name's Ariel Hartley.
And I'm Bailey Chapman.
How did y'all form? When did this band first start?
In the summer, I've been writing some songs for a few years, and me and Stephanie and Bailey had a good drunk night jam session. Actually, it wasn't even good, I don't think, but I like them so much that I asked them to join forces with me, and then we found Charlie to play keyboards recently, and yeah, now we are together.
Did y'all form here in Denton, or are you from other parts of the world?
We formed in this house.
Actually, Stephanie moved in with me, like, as we were forming. Charlie lives a couple blocks east of here. Ariel lives 1 block west of here. So, getting together is a very...
Neighborhood.
When did Earl become Earl?
Oh yeah, I'll take this one real
Yeah.
quick. So I was in a little bit of a transition. I was living by myself. I wanted a place to be able to be inspired by people and just a good environment. And so I started planning on moving in with Bailey on August 1st, 2014. And I think that was the first night we kind of decided we were going to do this.
Yeah.
You know, that was it that night. Well, for me at least. I mean, as soon as they asked me, I was immediately, intrigued by it. And that night it was just for me. That was it. And then Charlie came along later.
I moved back from Oklahoma City in early October, and asked Ariel if they needed a keyboard player, a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so they took a month off shows to kind of get me in the loop, and then I've played 4 shows now, and it's been awesome.
It has people say that it's way better. They can't even imagine it without the keyboard now, which makes us all know that was definitely the correct decision.
And it's a very different style of music that I'm used to playing, or usually write, but it's like the happiest song I've played, and I like it a lot. I said that to him for
Happy
practice.
music.
I was like, this is the happiest fucking song.
We'll get darker.
Yeah.
Why Earl? What's the story behind the name?
Well, I was in Lake Tahoe this past summer I knew I was gonna, did we already start, or? Okay, I think me and Bailey and maybe you came together.
Maybe we had just jammed at that point.
Yeah, and okay. And then I was trying to think of the name I was gonna call this project because I've been trying to figure it out for a while. And Earl, I guess it's like if you're, my name's Ariel, so if you're drunk and you say, Earl. A lot of people call me Earl too throughout the years, but then I like Earl because it's kind of like this androgynous person, so it's not even necessarily me. But then I was thinking of names that went well with it, and I wanted like a good visual aspect, and I like pearlescent a lot, so I was like Earl, and I was on a mountain, so I chose it.
Shouted it.
Just shouted from the mountaintop.
Shouted it.
And I overheard someone say, and I quote, "They are so Denton." So when you hear that, I mean, what is that? What's your need? Like, do you get that a lot? I mean, what do you say when someone says, "Oh, they're so Denton"?
Well, we're usually.
I think it's a compliment. I've never heard us be called that as a band, but I've heard individual people, or people single individual Denton nights out, because you can tell, like, if you go to Dallas, they dress, more like business-like and high heels, and you can catch a Dallas person in a crowd at a Denton show. And then, I love Denton, and it's weird culture, and it's like a mashup of, just
Reminds me of the story of the star-bellied Sneetches. Dr. Seuss?
No.
Forget it.
I must say though, I was wearing a Bad Beats Denton shirt, and they're another local band, and I feel like that's kind of a neat thing about Denton, or
Yeah.
that I've experienced, is like, you know, when you share this like music with people and you get to know them, like we've kind of been real supportive of each other, and we love playing shows with our friends, and so I don't know, just having that feel, wearing the shirt that says Dentex. I mean, obviously we're from Denton.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite places to play in Denton? I mean, is it like your traditional, like everyone knows Haley's? Everyone's heard of
We've
it.
actually never, I've played at Haley's with a different band, but Haley's, I kind of boycott Haley's right now. It used to be really cool, but yeah, maybe I shouldn't talk bad about it.
No, please go
Is it
on.
the non-smoking?
Oh, yes, that's why I miss being covered in the smoke. It got under new management, and it used to have really good shows, like Earl played there, and they used to just have better shows, and now like you don't see that happening. It's a different culture now over there. But I mean, personally, I really like playing at Dan's because the atmosphere is really cool, and the sound guy is awesome. And then Rubber Gloves is like, we basically live there. I mean, we're there like every single week, so
Yeah.
that's a good one because we know everyone now, and it's like homely. But I really like playing at house shows because they're more loose, and I like being on the stage, like on the same level as somebody, because you don't feel like you're not like in the spotlight. You're like hanging out with them while they're like thrashing around and stuff.
Spilling beer on your stuff.
Yeah.
You kind of mentioned the, noticing people in the Dallas crowd when you're at a Denton show or a Dallas site at a Denton place. Have you played a lot of shows in Dallas? I mean, I saw you at the Crown and Harp, but I mean, are there any other shows in the area?
No, but we have a lot of Dallas shows lined up.
Yeah, I've been to quite a few. You go to a Dallas show.
Yeah.
and
We've been
see
to
the
a lot
crowd,
of, yeah.
you know.
I go to Dallas every other weekend for art shows because I
That's
do
nice.
art stuff.
Yeah.
So
I love Dallas.
That's
Yeah.
where I first started playing when I started playing.
yeah.
And our other bands have played in Dallas a few times, so yeah.
I like Three Links a lot.
Yeah, it's cool.
What generates the style? What's the mojo? What's the influence in your guys' sound?
Definitely
Rainbows.
like, rainbows. Definitely 60s inspired. I mean, that's like what I've been listening to with my parents, and that's like the kind of music that intrigues me. I really like psychedelia, and then like prog rock, and just there's other influences in my life too with music, but those are definitely the ones that stick out. But we want to make it like fresh, and then I always kind of want to have a girl band because there's not a lot of female musicians that come together a lot, and then so when I found them, it was really awesome because I definitely think it adds like a different dimension, and Bailey's one of the best drummers regardless of being a female that I've ever met, and she adds a lot of cool
Yeah, and I think like Charlie said, our music is so happy. Like not
It's
even
inviting.
It's inviting.
You
Yeah.
find yourself like, I remember because before I'd go to y'all shows, and it always like be like in the work or something. Just be like, just like kind of humming along to it. Like, damn, those are pretty catchy songs.
They are catchy. They get stuck in people's
Yeah.
heads.
But they're it's not like a hook catchy necessarily. It's just like you can whistle along to it.
Yeah.
Old style catchy.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to a lot of Elton John and Led Zeppelin, and a lot of classic rock mostly. I also listened to a lot of a cappella Christian music growing up, and that influenced me in certain ways, but I don't really like sing very much. I'm not big on it. But no, mostly rock, just rock and rap. I mean, hip hop, big influence with hip hop. So I do other influences, but they catch me all the time in here just blasting the classic hip hop station in here.
Boom.
So yeah, can't go nuts.
Yeah.
So
So
no,
listen on my home from work.
yeah, but I really try and I love all music. I'm really bad with names and who did what and when, and I just when I hear something, you know. It's why I was so intrigued by the sound that Ariel was bringing out of me. Like, I didn't realize I was capable of that, so really nice.
I don't have any animals or babies, but these are my babies. Yeah, but also just like, not just those classic dudes, but we really all love like 80s Devo or any glam rock, B-52s, a lot of musical influences. So I actually do like you too, and everybody hates me for saying that. She probably won't even want that on the interview, but I love Octune Baby. It's a great album. Check it out.
I have to put in two more, like Red Hot Chili Peppers for me, and then like Sublime, like
What
those
about
are the things.
Gabriella?
Oh yeah, Rodrigo, like
Yeah.
but definitely, I guess I have more than I think that I know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of modern music too that's really inspiring too. Like,
I like a lot of funky jazz.
Tame Impala.
yeah,
Ariana Grande, Palmer.
the neo psychedelia scene.
Well, I gotta ask, Pink Floyd?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course.
The Doors.
Of course.
I like
Yeah.
Big Ravens there, fan. And Herbie Hancock.
Yeah.
It's a creative process. Do you kind of approach everyone and say, hey, I got this idea, or do you all just kind of like jam and see where it comes for after a couple hours, or does Bailey come in and say, look, here's my song, don't screw it up with playing? What's the process?
Usually I write by myself, and some songs are like, a lot of our songs are actually really old to me, but I've been writing a lot of new songs, and usually I have an idea for a song that I can visualize the whole structure of it, and like the melody will come kind of after we've already got it solid. And me and Bailey, when we first came together, I didn't have any drum ideas. Like, she just intuitively knew. And then we also, like, I bring a song, but when we all play it, it changes because everyone puts a different kind of input on it. Like, I can say, hey, Stephanie, I like this bass line, but then she'll, kind of tweak it, or, she's introduced new bass lines too. And then, especially with Charlie now, I thought I had ideas for key parts, but he's way better than I am. So he like brings these things I didn't hear before that I like. That so we all, it's like, as much as it is, they're like, I write the songs, they're our songs because we all kind of collaboratively form them together.
3 words. Karaoke superstar. First of all,
That's 2 words.
I was gonna say that, but
it's 3 words here. All right?
Yeah.
So, first of all, I saw the video. Very nice video, I must say. Did you all? Was that like a fan video, or did you all like having creative input on it?
That was Bailey's.
Is her
That was my
sister.
sister. She is an artist. She is a video artist going to school in Albuquerque right now, and basically she said, I want to make y'all a music video. And at first we were thinking we could maybe like send her some green screen footage, bring all of our friends in, because her concept was all of the different facets of the karaoke superstar, the person that gets their moment in the limelight. But she just took it on, like, busted this thing out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Did the background, sent us the background, and then got the green screen, and she thought up all the characters, the concept, edited, and starred in it. So Ayrton Chapman gets full credit for our lovely music video. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite was the flashing superstar.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the cool thing about that video is everyone kind of has a different favorite.
Yeah.
Which one's yours?
What's the ambition? I mean, are y'all, you kind of mentioned the Doors, are y'all a bunch of Jim Morrisons here just trying to groove out and get the next high? Or is the mission to be with the Taylor Swifts of the world one day and headlining stadium tours? Where do you guys look at it at this point?
I think we all want it to go as far as it possibly can.
Yeah.
All of the above.
We're all in.
There seems to be a lot of like,
But not Taylor Swift.
at the there seems to be, a
I
lot of
appreciate
momentum
that.
rolling like with it. So I mean, with any project that you do, whether it be music or anything, anytime there's some sort of momentum behind it, like, oh well, why not just continue it? It's such a, it's something that you work hard at, and when you get rewarded for it personally, like, oh wow, this music's cool. Like, I'm glad other people enjoy it. Then why not just keep doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Huh?
our next, like, what we're really busy doing right now is booking our summer tour, and we're
Mhm.
gonna go on a short West Coast tour, on 3 weeks.
Mhm.
Gonna hit up a bunch of our buddies that live in different cities, but also cities we've never been to, and we're, like, the only thing keeping us from doing it is not doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it, so we're all we all laid down our money and said, let's do this.
Mhm.
That's kind of our attitude the whole time, because like with all the things that we've been doing, it's like we can't just talk about it, we have to do it, because a lot of people say they're gonna do things and they don't do them, and go-getters, or trying to be.
We'll just go ahead and say, for sake of argument, I'm like 85 years old. Back in my day, with my bands and their dreams, the idea was, we're going to be on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, we're going to sell 1 million records and record in the studio for 2 years, and if we're lucky, get on TRL and make fun of Carson Daly, But things are kind of changing. What is ultimately, do you guys just want to keep touring? I mean, do you want to get like mainstream, like be on E-News headlines? Is that just riding the ship as far as it goes?
Definitely not on E-News headlines. But I don't know. I think the music scene has changed a lot differently. I mean, I don't have a goal to become this, like a magazine face. That's not the kind of lifestyle I want. But as far as, being able to maybe make a living off of creating music, because, being in bands, they lead you to other bands, to other projects. Charlie's a music teacher, so he already, is doing music almost full time, you'd say, right?
Mhm.
But, it is nice to get recognized, so, if we ever get recognized bigger than the town or the state of Texas, and, if we go to Europe, that'd be cool. If it doesn't last forever, we could say we tried and have fun while we're doing it.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to just get like big enough just to play with whatever bands you'd want to be able
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was
get
thinking.
to travel and then be like,
can we
well,
open for
yeah, you
whoever,
can play
you
with
know?
your favorite bands and stuff.
Right.
Like, that's making
success.
it, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
If you be part of that.
Because then
group.
you don't have to be that person with all that pressure on the headlining spot, but you're not going to have to book your own tour anymore.
Yeah.
Someone else is going to let you hop onto their project, and if it's someone that you admire and love and drew inspiration from.
Get to collaborate with that
That's so
person.
cool,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't really ask for more.
That's success.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's obvious things are different these days. People aren't really buying CDs anymore, But honestly, there's with internet. Nowadays, you can make videos, like this with your own camera and put them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You could record yourself with GarageBand and sell streaming music directly. Do you think that's kind of a plus to the way things are changing, or do you kind of look back at the old days where people would want to buy like your vinyl and sit down and listen to the whole thing, maybe alter their mind a little bit if they can, but are you someone of the old days, or do you kind of like the way that this new generation of music is getting made?
It's been helpful on booking this tour, being able to hear other people's music that quick, get in contact with them. That's
Yeah.
definitely a positive with it.
Yeah, but obviously, if you look at the vinyls behind us, we really appreciate that old school feel, things on vinyl, and I think that would be a success
Yeah.
for me. Like for me personally,
Yeah.
I just want to have it on vinyl. That's
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So, I don't know.
Making a record's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think every musician kind of idolizes the past, though, and how big you could get. Like, Led Zeppelin had their own jet plane. Like, that doesn't happen anymore unless you're a big sellout mainstream artist, and having other people writing your music for you. That's not why I write music. but to get mainstream so other people will write the music. But I think it's interesting to see what the music scene will turn into, like, with all of the new technology. And I think it's kind of cool if you can find your favorite bands and you have diehard fans and you have to kind of search for them, because there's not, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you, like, the rock bands used to, get really big, and you'd know about them because they were big, because they could get big, but now there's so many that you kind of have to search and really dig for something really good. I mean, in my opinion.
Saturates
Mhm.
things. The globalization of things saturates things.
Well, it's true. You can probably Google search a band, Celtic, Gothic, ska punk, and there's
Band.
probably 50 different
Yeah.
bands all over the world you can
And you
find.
can have them instantly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing in being able to access all the music from the past too.
Yeah.
That's an upside of it. I mean, because it's always like, man, I wish I could have gone and seen Led Zeppelin live, but at the same time, it's also cool to have decades and decades upon music at the click of a button.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion, y'all's opinion, on this idea of the instant star? And of course, I'm referring, you've probably heard of, The Voice, or, American Idol, which is on season 45 now. I
Is it really?
No, I don't know.
It's a big deal this year. It's the 45th anniversary.
That's what it feels like. And I remember Dave Grohl got a lot of credit for totally bashing, this idea of you have to kind of be accepted to be a star. And you kind of mentioned, I kind of like how you mentioned, writing should come from the heart and where you feel. Is that generally, kind of seething to the underground, you're kind of coming from a kind of a grassroots place and kind of disowning this whole, oh yeah, I got to be famous, I want to be a star. So the question is, like, would you rather struggle, tour 300 days out of the year, or ride in a jet plane with Beyonce and have songs written for her?
I mean, it'd be cool to, even meet Beyonce, because she's a Fox, but no, I'd way rather do the grittier part, because songs are, like you said, they come from your heart, and it's the process of, like, writing songs just to, like, play them. I don't know, I just see the whole thing as an experience. I don't want to ever, like, be shot up there with, I don't know. You'll answer the
But what
question.
I think that it's more, when you get to a certain level, it becomes more of a performance and an act. And at this point, it's like, in the moment, we're, like, genuinely enjoying ourselves and we're happy, and that's how I feel. And it's hard for me to look at the future in any other way, but, like, just hoping that I feel this way about it all the time,
Yeah.
So I don't know, it might not really answer the question.
Well,
I like the struggle of it, or not necessarily the struggle of it. It's just more of a kind of adventure, I'd say.
Yeah.
When you tour and you're having to stay at places, like, you make friendships, you make stories, like, it's much more personal than, like, oh, this one time I rode in a jet with Beyonce, like.
well, and at the
Yeah,
same
man.
time, we're 6 months old.
Yeah.
We're not practiced, and if we were to be pushed onto a jet plane with Beyonce, we would probably all crack under the pressure.
Yeah.
It's like the zombie art expressionism movement. These people that have never made art are making abstract expressionist work, and then in a year, they're not able to keep up to the pace that they're being asked to do because their work's selling for $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like that. We're not
Yeah.
ready for that.
Like, I
Even
guess-
if it did happen, we
Yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah.
ready.
Yeah. Sorry, Beyonce,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, wait until we
Can't-
have, like,
can't-
a couple of
can't
albums
handle
out.
it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I don't want to be around people with that much money, honestly.
Scares you.
Yes.
Well, I think, like, for the
Illuminati.
instant star, like, if you become, like, a star overnight, like people do on YouTube or whatever, it's like, well, then what did they do? They either have to keep, they're not mature in their art yet, whatever it is that they're doing, maybe. So, sometimes they end up just acting a fool, and then it's just fun to watch. So,
And it's
Yeah.
not about a popularity contest.
No,
It's
no.
just doing what you're doing already and seeing if you can keep doing it.
You find a lot of bands who they have to have some kind of, not gaffe, or this guy always smashes his guitar, or oh, they wear tutus on stage.
Right.
I mean, generally, I mean,
You're
aside from being, a band of girls, no disrespect to anyone in the band. I mean, it's, you are very unique in your own right. But that's, I mean, my question wasn't me, do you think that hurts or helps you? But it sounds like it's, really not an issue at all. People have been genuinely just open to you.
Sometimes we dress like men.
Yeah, we have been known to cross dress, but that doesn't help or hurt us really either.
Struggling.
So does that mean, Charles, you dressed woman?
I have dressed as a woman. I wasn't in the band yet. I was more emceeing, not helping out with the dance contests and stuff. But yeah, I was in full drag. I was a good looking guy.
He was. We do have she's Earl when she's a man. He's Charlene. We have
Esteban.
Esteban. And I'm Merle. So that's kind of one thing that happens. That just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
It probably has helped us just because I think it surprises people when, strong females and strong people get together and do something like this, and like the initiative that, we were talking about earlier, like I feel like there's like an air of like progress around us, and so I think that helps with, even there not being any like discriminations, whether we're females or male, or a male and a female band. Like I think that was a really cool boundary for, when we were just a 3-piece, people were like, oh, it's a chick band, and they're like, are you gonna get a guy, or you let a guy? And it's like, well, why not? We don't want to like.
Some people didn't like it.
Some people didn't like it. And, that's a great barrier to break down.
Exactly.
I wanted to add a guy and not a girl, not because we didn't want an all-girl band. It doesn't really matter, but I kind of didn't want it just to be like a girl band because it doesn't matter. I mean, if the music's there, there's a lot of good girl bands out there, but I kind of wanted to make it more gender neutral.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like tagged on as part of the genre.
Yeah.
Because people do that, and that's always been really weird to me. Like, what? Who cares? Like, who's in it? Does it sound good?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Charlie still has to listen to us talk about clothes sometimes, but he takes care of us too. He takes care of us.
Tacos or pizza?
Tacos. Who said pizza?
I don't know. It's hard.
Well, out of here! She's a vegetarian. So
Oh yeah,
she's a vegetarian.
I'm a semi.
Sorry,
fish.
Pescatarian.
If you eat fish.
But
this is a lot longer than I think it was supposed to be.
okay, sorry.
Beatles or Rolling Stones?
Stones.
Ooh, this is good.
Said it, I can't take it back.
Hey, Stones.
So it came to mind.
Stones, okay? Don't get me wrong.
Bonnaroo or Coachella?
Coachella.
I've never
I've
been
never
to either.
been,
I've
so-
never been to either.
If you had to go to
He's
one.
been to Bonner.
Oh,
It was a lot of fun. So that's why I said Coachella.
If I trust their judgment.
Both.
Stevie Nicks or Janis Joplin?
Janice.
Janice.
She's still alive. Don't do it. Do not
I'm
ask us a
running for
political
president.
question.
Oh gosh.
I vote
Whoa,
Do it. I want to see
whoa,
what happens.
Whoa. Ron Paul or Ralph Nader?
I'm not registered to vote yet.
Kinky Friedman. Oh, sorry.
I haven't-
Hey, props
I
to
don't want to
Kinky.
go to
Yeah,
the
Kinky.
jury.
Kinky.
Okay. Who shot first, Han or Guido?
Han.
Man, you girls are just like, huh?
I'm talking about.
This is Han Solo. Han.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
I was like, oh, Han all the way, and you guys are like,
I don't know.
Oh,
huh?
Clearly would be disappointed in me.
I'm
Who's the
disappointed
other
in
guy?
myself.
White and gold or blue and black?
White
White
and
and
gold.
gold.
He's referring to the dress thing.
Wow. Props, Earl. Props.
I thought we were picking colors.
There was a whole debate 2 days ago, and about the color of this dress, and people were freaking out 'cause
Between
they-
blue and black and white and gold.
because your eye spectrum was different, and
That seems opposite.
Can I find this on the internet? Is that-
Yes.
I'm surprised you haven't
I'll be
seen
right
it on the
back.
internet.
Take a look at this right
yeah,
here.
you should let
There's-
them look at it and then ask.
I'm just gonna say blue and black.
You just want to be a rebel.
I see. Okay,
Is it blue and black or white and gold?
it's white.
It's up to the eye of the beholder.
I've seen pictures where it's white and gold. I've seen pictures where literally it's blue and black. So either I've seen both spectrums or they've doctored it.
Right, whose dress is it?
I don't know. Some
It's
women.
an ugly
Does
dress.
Beyonce need help? Is it her dress? What's going on?
I'm pretty sure Beyonce doesn't need help picking dresses.
No, I don't think so.
Finally, let's take a moment. Let's fast forward a couple of years. You know, Earl's been, a couple albums. Got the Grammys. Nominated. Earl, Karaoke Superstar, Album of the Year. And you win. You're walking up stage. You guys are, oh man, you can't believe it, you can't believe it. You get up stage, and it's Stevie Nicks handing you the award. And you're on the brink of tears, and all of a sudden you see Kanye West get up, walking towards the stage. What do?
We would all just jump on him and
Pants.
start riding him like a
I would,
horse.
I would probably just start ripping his clothes off to reveal his giant diaper.
Good answer.
That's the best answer
Yeah.
ever. Yeah. That's what we would do.
That is the best way to end it ever.
Yeah.
Hands in! Woo!